Okay. I do have one more question.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry. Do you think that women should shoot their shot if they're interested in someone?
Hi, my name is Akeem, and I am the founder, chairman, CEO, president, vice president, and the dean of Ran-DomU University. We offer a vast variety of courses, everything from psychology of the fake alpha male to cringe studies to pause 101. Now, if you're interested in joining this university, please call or text the number on the screen at 1555 Ran-DomU. Are you ready? Welcome back to Rip It Off the Hip University. We are just going to go ahead and go straight for it. Pop the balloon. We're back at it. Another reaction. I'm going to go ahead and get at this one way before everybody else can go ahead and start releasing their videos on this one that just dropped by Arlette like a couple of hours ago. This video hopefully will release. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if I can get it done that fast. But anyway, we'll figure it out. I will get that done. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all the things. This episode was very interesting. Well, really not even episode. I'm just going to go over this very first guy that came onto this episode. I found it very intriguing to go through. It went really quickly, and the result will shock you in the end. So let's get to it.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Didn't even give the guy a chance to say his name. Pop the balloons. They could not wait to pop those balloons. They couldn't pop them fast enough. They were at least going to give him the dignity to go out there and at least land his 2 feet before they went pop, pop. Like they really couldn't wait.
I'm Alan.
Alan?
Yes.
How old are you?
35.
And what do you do?
I'm a truck driver.
Okay. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel, go out to eat, read, gain knowledge.
This guy being 35 is quite a shocker. Damn. I mean, I'm 35. I mean, dude, look, I be seeing people around my age all the time, and it does make me start questioning, like, what's going on out there? Like, I do. You can see age on me, like in my face. You get close enough, but overall, I think I'm, doing pretty good.
Go for long walks.
Okay, all right. What are some things you look for in a woman?
Someone soft, nice, caring, great personality.
Okay.
Things of that.
Got it. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Just communication.
You said bad communication?
No, just communication.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Just some foreshadowing. Yeah, the balloons get popped a lot.
So what do you mean, like, as far as that being a deal breaker?
I just like to communicate one-on-one if we're, going out and, going out and stuff like that. Sorry.
Okay.
Now, look, I know it's not easy just to show up on these shows and immediately start spilling your guts everywhere and letting everybody know exactly what your deal breakers are. But that's why you're supposed to do the research on yourself before you show up onto these shows. You gotta know yourself. That way, when you get up here, you know what to say. Just don't sound like an idiot. I mean, come on now. Like for me, I already know what those are. If you're a B word, deal breaker. If you have bad hygiene, deal breaker. Bad breath, deal breaker. Messy, deal breaker. Broke, deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some obvious things out here. No car, deal breaker. You should know these things, like, because some of them are going to pop up later and you're going to be like, ooh, that's a deal breaker. And another thing, like, once you don't establish the fact that you have any foundational beliefs or things that you really stick to, like any morals or principles that you really just are tied to as a man, it really does show. Like, you need to have like some balls, dog. Like, just really be about something. He seems like he's probably a really nice guy, which is a trait that most women would really like out of a dude. But I think this is going to require a certain type of woman for this to be a perfect match.
No problem. Well, we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping. Let's start over here. We can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Simone. I'm 32.
Simone, what do you do?
I'm a web designer, and I also host a natural hair event for women with locks.
Okay, very nice. So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, I'm surprised you're 35. I thought you were much older, but that's why I popped.
That's understandable. I mean, that's understandable.
Okay.
So now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I know Arlette's sitting here thinking like, okay, he's not 35. So what is it? If it's only that, I mean, I could give you your balloon back, but obviously there's something else that you're hiding here. I mean, look, if you're not attracted to the guy, just say it. Like, she's really pretty. Like, this chick is bad. The first chick, I mean, this is a good lineup. Like, these guys who are going to show up on this show today and this one, they are very fortunate. Usually there's a lot of BBWs and a lot of other women that are just immediately ratcheted off, and you need to be like, nah, you can go ahead and pop. Like, I don't want you to keep your balloon. Once again, nothing against BBWs. It's just not my personal preference. Now, once was proven on a, like previous episode, one of the really short guys, he loved BBWs.
And why do you have your balloon unpopped?
Okay, Demetrius, 37. Oh, I got it pop because I got a theory. I ain't gonna lie. She 180. She a lady. 210. Let me in.
And there's always guys out there that are for you. You just need to go find them. I'm telling you, there's a lot of dudes who like big women, like a lot of them. They just don't tell you. They won't say it, but there's plenty of them out there. Every day you look around, you see big chicks that are actually with dudes or getting piped down or something's going on. Big people get play in this world, so don't let people lie to you about that. Skinny people well, I'm not skinny. I'm just thin because I'm pretty fly.
Kayla, 31.
All right. And Kayla, what do you do?
I'm in the banking industry.
She looks like she's in the banking industry. I can see that. Not in a bad way. Like, she just looks very professional and put together.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't like bald heads. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
I'm not going to shame her because I don't like BBWs. I don't like big women. She don't like bald heads. We all have our preferences. We just have to remember that we have those preferences and just kind of know when we might need to start sacrificing some of them if we want to attain the goal that we want to achieve.
I see some hair there. There's a little something there. Okay.
Not enough.
All right. And now is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's very pretty. I like her bracelets and necklace.
Thank you.
Nice smile.
Now, I'm not going to waste your time with the rest of these chicks when it comes to his opinion because he thinks they're all attractive. And, well, they are. I mean, like I said, this lineup was really good. So, I mean, I don't blame him for saying, yeah, that she's my type. I think the only one that might be questionable for me is the one all the way at the very end. Like, we'll see in a second, but that's questionable. No, that's just questionable. I can't even say that she's not. That's no.
Hi, my name is Jessie. I'm 28 years old.
And Jessie, what do you do?
I'm currently a medical student, but prior to that, I was working in special education for 3 years.
So I'm going to take a guess and say that she's going to definitely be a nurse and she's going to be working third shift. And she is going to definitely be the chick everybody is trying to smash on shift. Actually, it doesn't matter what shift she's on. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to try to get a piece of that. Like this one is, this would be kryptonite for me back in the day. Like this used to take me down in a heartbeat. Like just turn me into the biggest simp that you could possibly see. I've overcome such shortcomings. Don't worry. I've grown since then. That was a power that I couldn't overcome back then. Like a woman that was bad. I'm talking like if you were super bad, it was just like Peter Griffin in Family Guy when it was like a hot chick shows up and you get ready to chop off your leg just to give them something. Like
gorgeous guys like us don't have to wait in line. Haven't you noticed? People will do anything for a beautiful person. Yeah, come to think of it.
Hi, I'm on a scavenger hunt and I need a human foot.
Well, as a rule, I would say no, but okay, come in.
I was one of those kind of guys. I don't even know. It was possession. Like my mind was just twisted up. I was bad. But anyway, I've grown since then.
And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So similar reason, I'm definitely someone who likes hair, but like aesthetically, I do like your outfit. I think you're very well put together too, and I love the chain.
Thank you.
To be honest, I mean, I guess she was kind about it. I just, I don't even know why she's on Pop the Balloon. You telling me this chick can't go out there and find a dude? Maybe how these things work, you get emails, they offer you something to come out. So, I mean, I could see how she could end up here. But, I think she definitely has picked a litter. I mean, she can be a little choosy. I mean, look, the bottom line is when you get to the point where you do have like pretty privilege, you do get to choose some things. You get to pick your, what you want. Now, is it always going to be a good choice? No, but you do get the choice.
Thank you.
Yeah, 10 years ago, she definitely would have took me for everything I had.
Hi, my name's Jessica. I'm 28.
Okay. And Jessica, what do you do?
I am currently a nurse and I do real estate.
Bloody red flags. I mean, those don't really go too well usually for most guys. Those women usually spend a lot of time single, especially real estate agents and especially nurses. There's a reason why she's on this panel. She's searching. I'm guaranteeing you there's a lot of dirt underneath there. There's some character flaws that haven't revealed themselves.
Right. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, it's the bald head. Because listen, my stepdad is bald and he was mean. And I just don't talk to bald heads anymore. Like I was,
Now it's up to you if you want to believe her or not on that excuse, but I can believe it. I've definitely met a lot of dickheads that were bald. Pause. I don't know. I definitely have met a lot of people who were douches who had bald heads. So I can kind of see what she's talking about there. But come on now. I know bald heads are not out like that. I see bald headed dudes always getting chicks because usually most of them are built thicker like this guy. But I will say, like, he does kind of give it like a softer approach. Not like in a, softer approach, but like he's just not like, as you know, they would say masculine, that kind of shit.
Okay, but he seems nice though.
He seems like a sweetheart, but you seem like somebody that I could walk over and I don't like. I like my man more dominant and like.
But I will give this chick credit for the fact that she knows what kind of man that she likes. She likes a dude who is dominant, like I just said, like, masculine, really grab you by the hair, Didn't mean it like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, never mind. I don't want that to get taken out the wrong way. But you know what I mean? Take somebody who's like, I gotta stop. It's not gonna go well.
Name and age.
I'm Gabrielle and I'm 34.
Gabrielle, what do you do?
I'm a marriage and family therapist and an author.
I don't know how old this chick is, but she should have held on to that balloon.
And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, it's the career. Truck drivers, I don't know. I just feel like it's like a lifestyle thing that I'm just not here for. So
I think she thinks she's better than dating a truck driver. Just like the whole argument about not going to date the bus driver. She's not going to date the bus driver unless he owns the bus. Heard that somewhere before?
Yeah.
What is it about the lifestyle?
I mean, I think just more like, obviously I don't know exactly how your specific schedule is, but just kind of being gone on the road a lot and things like that. I just feel like it would be difficult for a relationship.
Now, maybe she actually means that. Those are good, valid, solid points. So I'm going to just take her at her word.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm 35.
And Vanessa, what do you do?
I'm a realtor and a flight attendant.
Damn. Oh, what a shame, because she's bad too. I mean, ooh, she is. Yeah, that's a shame though. I'd have to pop because I'm trying to train myself like the guys in the previous episode. It's not always about super aesthetics. I'm sorry, but I gotta be attracted to you. There's gotta be attraction, but they ain't gotta be drop dead. They ain't gotta be 10. They ain't gotta be 9, 8, or 7. 6 is good, probably. Like, I don't want your like low days to be a 2. You know what I mean? Well, let's try to keep this balanced out. But yeah, she's fine. But to be a flight attendant and a realtor, no, you can't be both a realtor and a nurse. Not a nurse, but a flight attendant. Those are 2 other careers that are definitely not meant for commitment. Nothing that I've seen before. At least, like, look, not to say that those don't work out for people, but from what I've seen, a lot of those women like to just have a really good time. And no fault to them. They get to see the world. So let them go see the world. But when they're done being a flight attendant, unfortunately, when they're like 45 is when they're going to be best to be dated. And they're going to be completely dried up and out of the game.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I waited quite a while because I wanted to hear more about what he said when he said that communication was a big factor for him. I liked that. It was more so just commanding the room without doing anything extravagant. It seemed like he was just a little bit more shy than what I typically like. I actually have no problem with being a truck driver. I'm a flight attendant and that lifestyle of being gone all the time. And I'm not sure if you're an owner operator, but I like that type of flexibility. So
she made a lot of really good points there. And I know the whole thing about commanding the room sounds a little delulu, but to me, it's not that delulu. It's really not. Like, I actually understand when women are talking about when you go into the room, do you command it? There's a certain presence you carry when you walk into the room. He didn't walk in there very confident. I'm just going to be honest. He didn't. And he's really soft spoken. He didn't speak very loudly. He doesn't speak into the mic very confidently. He doesn't even hold the mic like right to speak into the microphone, often enough. If Arlette's constantly having to like tap up on the mic, there's something that you're lacking in the form of aggression, and not like bad aggression, but like just like confident aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like, be masculine, that's what they would say. That kind of crap. That's stuff that they're looking for. I understand when women are talking about that, but when they're talking about God fearing and all this other stuff, I don't get it. That's some delulu bimble babble. I don't do that. But commanding the room, I actually understand that.
That's all. Are you a shy guy?
Not really. Oh, not really, not at all.
Okay.
I'm not quite convinced, but that's okay. That's okay.
I'm not convinced either. Let's move on. And let's move on, because what is this other chick wearing?
Hi, my name is Shahida Williams, and I'm 33 years old.
Shahida, what do you do?
I design clothes for a living for a corporate company, and I have my own company designing carnival costume, and I run a nonprofit called Prom Scholar.
I don't know who she's designing clothes for, but I'm starting to think she's designing clothes for the people that go onto Fresh and Fit. Like, she looks like she designs clothes for 304s. Like, her titties are out. She's literally wearing a corset right now, like in live day action. I mean, look, I get, like I said, people have different forms of fashion nowadays. Not judging, just not my cup of tea. This is one of the few times where I would look at somebody's outfit and be like, yeah, that ain't it. You know, because I'm not real big on being like, well, I don't like her shoes and I think her outfit is a little bit silly. I think that's a tad bit sassy, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you're really looking at chicks' clothes like that, unless it's something like this where it's like, okay, what are you trying to prove with this outfit? Because it seems like she's trying to prove something. Like, I get she's really trying to show off maybe her fashion design, but why are the titties out? Like, they could have been covered. It's specifically placed the way it is. Like, I get it because I get design. I don't get all fashion design, but I do get design in general. The colors don't match. It just looks a little bit off. Like, if you took off the top or if you took off the bottom, then it would match. But because you got black in the middle. But other than that, this green and that blue, it's off. But on top of that, she looks like she has a great figure, by the way. But also, I don't know. She's kind of got that RBF, and that's not endearing. It's not endearing.
You were busy. Yeah. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
He kind of reminded me of somebody I dated before, and it is the bald head, so I'm not anti-bald at all. It's just that, but I love your outfit. I think that I like how the colors coordinate, and it's really nice. I love it.
Okay, so just the memory of the ex.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's scarred from some bald dude from the past. Like, how many of you guys in the comment section are bald, and how many of y'all have harmed women to this degree? Or is this cap? Somebody needs to let me know. Or women, could y'all tell me if all the bald guys y'all seen or dealt with in the past? I mean, some of y'all had to have dated some guys that were bald. They couldn't have all been that bad and left you with this much trauma to where this poor brother right here who seems kind as hell. I mean, this seems like a nice guy. He could be like Curious George or something like that. Like, just somebody you just want to hug him. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's the orange that he's wearing, but either way, I don't know. But he gives you that vibe like, that's a good brother. But nobody wants to, hold on to their balloon. But there's still one more out there. There's no point of even talking about this last chick. There was nothing important in that. I want to get to the conclusion where we get to the last balloon. Well, the only balloon.
You still have an unpopped balloon. Let's start off with your name and age.
Hi, my name is Patience and I'm 28 years old.
All right, and Patience, what do you do?
I am in the military and I'm also in school for my master's.
Since she's in the military, I feel like she would be a really good complementary piece to his puzzle. I really feel like they would yin and yang. He's soft. She might be a little bit tougher. Get a little drill sergeant in him. Just a little bit. Poke him in the chest.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
All right. So you do still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
So I left my balloon unpopped because, first of all, I am not a follower. I do want to be your follower. So do you have what it takes to lead?
I absolutely do.
Okay. I do have a couple of questions.
At first, it felt like she was taking shots at the other girls about saying that she's not a follower. But then she said, I want to be your follower. So then I guess I kind of get it. Military speak. There's a lot of slogans. I feel like they really beat that stuff into her head.
Are you open to long distance? Because I'm in Boston right now, and when I'm done with school, I'm not sure where I'm going to be stationed. So is long distance going to be an issue for you?
Not at all.
Okay. Secondly, do you have any children?
No kids.
Oh.
I'm guessing there's a lot of dudes who's tried to holler at her because she's fine. She's also really good looking. And I've dated a girl who was in the military before. Get to that in just a second. But I'm assuming that she got this excited and almost creamed herself right here because the only dudes that she has talked to have all had kids. And she's like, thank God one doesn't.
Word. Okay. I do understand that you're a truck driver and I'm also in the military, so I definitely understand the hustle and the struggle. So, yeah, so far so good. I liked what I was hearing. I kept my balloon to hear more from you. I do have one more question. Can I ask? If you had a podcast.
She gets ready to ask a really ridiculous question here in just a second. Like, I think it's absolutely buffoonery. But anyway, she does seem like she has some really good energy. She seems like she would be really fun to be around. If you are a person who has high energy, you might really like it. Or if you're a person who's really low energy, I can see where you wouldn't like it. But in his case, he might be cool with it because he said, once again, his only thing is communication. Doesn't have anything else that he really stands for. Everything else seems to be fine. All these chicks up here passed the eye test for him. So he's like, listen, if you want to go out, let's figure it out.
What would the topic be? who would the guest speaker be and why?
Like, what kind of question is that? I mean, look, okay, I'm not going to hate on a question, but it's like, you had to be prepping this one for a while, but why is this one important? I guess it's more of an interesting question. This might be more of like just a Q&A type of deal, because why would you ask this? It seems silly.
If I had a podcast, what would it be, and who would say it again?
Who would be the guest speaker? Like, who would you have on it and why?
The podcast would basically be based on just current life events and what's going on in the community today. Pretty much, I would probably hire somebody.
See, this is why those other women popped, and I could see why they popped on this guy based on that. Like, what they were looking for out of a guy, he doesn't have, and that is fine. We're just not all built the same. Not every person is constructed, acts the same, has the same thoughts, beliefs, any of that. We're all constructed a little bit differently. I mean, whether it's physically, mentally, sometimes it's hard to find everything that you want to package. That's why you got to look for packages that's like almost 100% complete. We're never going to get the total package, but you got to hope you can find at least about 75 to 80% of that. I think that's enough. You can compromise. I feel like maybe 10, 20, it feels like a lot, but you're going to have to compromise some. Some.
A professional to be my speaker.
Okay.
Or I could just be myself.
Okay. Sounds good.
You good? Okay. Let me have you scoot on that way. Come on up here, Patience. Come on up here. So she asked a few questions. Do you have any for her?
Do you have any kids?
Absolutely not. I'm not done taking care of myself to be taking care of kids, but I'm open to it eventually.
Okay, that's good. It seemed like that was going in another direction for a second. It seemed like she was going to be another one that was like, no kids for me. And I mean, I understand. Kids are expensive. The economy is hell. And to have a child is like, basically like $250,000 or whatever. I mean, actually, it's probably about $500,000 to have a child up to 18 years old at this point. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a heavy investment. So I understand people's hesitancy towards that. But most guys do want to hear that a woman wants to have kids. Like most guys do. Now, there's some guys, like I have friends who do not want to have children. So they did not mind dealing with no children. So I get it.
But I don't have kids.
All right. One more question.
Sure.
Do you like to travel, like out the country?
So, I'm in the military, so I will be traveling. Honestly, I don't travel much. I'm waiting to share that experience with whoever I do end up with. I've actually never really been in a relationship before, so I'm saving it for whoever my future person is.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was another really good answer by her. And I like the fact that she's like, I do these things, but I actually don't really enjoy it. Like, the truth of the matter is, I actually want to enjoy it with somebody. So the stuff that I'm doing is like, yeah, I do it for work, but quite frankly, I want to share the journey with somebody else. So that's admirable.
I have no complaints.
Okay. I do have one more question.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry. Do you think that women should shoot their shot if they're interested in someone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if you're free later today, would you like to go on a date with me?
And that is the unexpected turn of this entire episode. She just decided, hey, I'm going for it. She literally just said, I'm pulling the Willie Beeman. I'm diving over the pile. I'm scoring the touchdown. Do you want to land this plane? I don't want to end up like the one that ended up upside down in Canada. I'm landing this bitch. That's right. Nobody's going to have to fend for their lives here today. I'm winning. And also, I'm military, so I save lives. Get some.
Yeah, I'm trying to go after the show.
Oh, say less. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me ask my question then. Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Definitely.
We got a match.
I like that. That made me feel good inside to see two people seem like they really genuinely wanted to be with each other. And that was probably the loudest ovation I've heard here on Pop the Balloon. Like, everybody's really excited to see love. People getting together. Isn't it a beautiful thing? I mean, I've been to quite a few weddings and they are absolutely wonderful to watch. Even the ones that when they're up there on the altar and yeah, this is going to probably be over in the next year or two. It's still a beautiful thing. I've seen it numerous times. Now, most of the weddings I went to, they've lasted. But, there's been a couple. But, going back to the point earlier about me dating this chick that was in the military, the only thing was it didn't work out with her. She had to bang him. I mean, she was bad. I'm talking she was. Look, she was at least, it doesn't matter about rankings. She was beautiful, except she got Floridarized or whatever. I mean, she got Floridarized, and it was a shame. She went to Florida. lived there for a little while because she wanted to get to know her father a little bit. Fell into the community. Ended up with a completely different lifestyle, and life was not the same for her. Later when we tried to rekindle some things. So it was a shame. But anyway, I hate that happened. But yeah, I'm telling you, those military chicks, there's a lot of promise there because the girl was cool. Like before she went down to Florida and then got into a whole bunch of things that ended up flipping her life upside down. She was really nice. Like I said, you couldn't beat that body. She loved the game, tall. I'm talking about the genetics. Boy, I tell you what, we could have made some killer kids. And by now that kid would have probably been about 7. Anyway, woo! How's your boy? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to be more open with you guys, just a little bit more honest. As your professor here at this university, I want to do my part to make sure y'all know at least a little bit about me. I ain't gonna give you every bit of my personal life, but I'll give you some tidbits here and there, something to let you feed on. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. We got Myron news coming up, guys. More Myron shenanigans again. I know I haven't talked about that guy in a while, but boy, he's been on a roll. He decided that he was going to drop the holy grail of content again, and we are going to be back at it, kicking that ass very, very, very soon.